Hello Oilers, my name is Cameron Liu and I'm proud to bring you the April Fool's episode of Campus Update.
Hello Cameron.
Michael, what are you doing here?
Please address me by my screen name Chip Brentwood, and you should know that this is my episode here.
We're not doing this again, Michael.
Oh, we are indeed definitely.
You graduated and you no longer go here. Last episode brought tears to people because it wasn't funny.
Yes, well, everyone deserves unlimited chances to do whatever they want, so okay, if you would please.
No, that's fine. You know, I have a lot to do with Mehmet and Retrofest, so have at it.
Hi, I'm Chip Brentwood, and this is Super Mega Ultra News. Welcome to this installment of Super Mega Ultra News, the show that is super, mega, and ultra. For unspecified and most certainly unwarranted reasons, we will focus the unblinking eye of our awesome global media conglomerate on the sunbathed and verdant campus of Huntington Beach High School. For a school that's been around for over 100 years, you'd think there'd be something at least slightly interesting going on. Think again. One of the many unique programs at the school is known as Mehmet, which is obviously an acronym for something. One extremely fortunate reporter had the privilege to chat with one of the teachers and uncovered some interesting and possibly disturbing news.
Man, I've been waiting like 8 years for a night to retire. You know, give myself some elbow room. Give me a chance to be me. Lead this thing the way it's supposed to be led. You know, no more of this old hippie music. I'm thinking, you know, we're going to phase out the guitars, bring some, you know, turntables, some mixers, some DJ lights up in here, make this place pop. The playlist was okay. But too much indie rock and whiny guys singing. I'm thinking more like, you know, maybe some Skrillex, little Deadmau5, if they're still popular next year. And if we're gonna do an album show, forget the Beatles. Nobody likes the Beatles. They're a bunch of old, you know, 70-year-old dudes with long, greasy hair and dumb accents. They write dumb songs about nothing. And, you know, they sing like a bunch of girls. No offense, girls. But, like, come on. If we're going to do an album show, I'm thinking maybe, you know, do some classics, you know, like Luke Skywalker era 2 Live Crew versus maybe Public Enemy, Nation of Millions. That's my jam. And if we're going to do Retrofest, let's bring it all the way back to, like, the beginning where things mattered, you know, like, say, Sugar Hill Gang, all the way through MC Hammer, because he's my boy.
Can't touch this.
I know it's a little old, but the kids got to know their roots. And, you know, maybe we'll take it back even farther, you know, like, all the way back, like do some jazz, maybe some classical, love me some Mozart, love me some Chopin, little Batch. It's all good. This popular music thing has kind of had its day. I think it's time for some unpopular music now.
Stop. Hammer time.
Yes, indeed. I do love the classics as well. Love to bump me some Bizet, Wagner, and my main dog, Tchaikovsky. Nothing like a little London Philharmonic in your overly priced Beats headphones. But yeah, lots of changes in the air. Life is really just a series of changes, and changes can be hard. You know that scene in Shawshank Redemption where Brooks gets paroled and meets a sad end in that halfway house because he just can't handle it on the outside? Well, apparently, the same is true for teachers when they retire. This once beloved veteran teacher is apparently returning whether people want him to or not, after an all-too-brief retirement.
Hi, I'm Bill Morehouse. Yes, I did retire last year, but you know something? They want me to take over as a principal, but they got a good one. Rock's a good guy. I'm not going to take his job. But tell you what, you know something? They want me to be the new baseball coach because they're tired of the shortcomings. You know, a little short guy, Benji, he's out. He's a good dad. He needs to be a family guy. But I'm taking over the baseball team at Huntington Beach High School. That's right. Bill Morehouse is taking over. I'm going to make it all happen here at Huntington Beach High School because this is a great place, great tradition, and I'd come back. I'm tired of sitting around. I'm going to go have a good time, play some ball, and take over. So welcome the new Huntington Beach High School baseball coach, Bill Morehouse, because I'm on the ball.
That guy looks completely insane. Our condolences to the baseball team, and let's hope the school district has good insurance. Some things from the past should probably stay in the past. In the spirit of that, we now take you to our special correspondent.
Hey Oilers, this is Trey Nesbitt here with yo HB Holla! April Fool's Day is a holiday celebrated around the world filled with practical jokes and pranks, but can you tell me in which country it originated? Is the answer A, Italy, B, France, C, Ireland, or D, Spain? Holla if you think you know the answer. Time's up. The answer is A, Italy. The Roman festival of Hilaria is the earliest known celebration of what we now call April Fool's Day. Happy pranking, Oilers.
Ah, memories. Things change, man, and change isn't always good. Sometimes change is for the birds.
Students of Huntington Beach High School, this is a tragic day for me as principal. We are no longer having any dances. Regretfully, the ASPCA has contacted me and demanded we stop this volume of music because it's led to the death of animals based on the volume of our music in our dances in the gym and the breezeway. Therefore, we are going to have to move to something else. Dances are no longer going to be acceptable based on these threats of lawsuits. And again, I'm sorry. I know they mean a lot to us, but we will come together as we care about this issue in society.
Well, no more school dances. I'd hate to be the one to have to break that news to ASB. Looks like the train to Funky Town is pulled out of the station for the last time. Sad that something as irrelevant as a coven of disease-ridden flying rats could strip us of such a vital part of our cultural heritage. But you know, some people just seem to get their jollies by telling the rest of us what to do. We interviewed a man from an organization that wants to take away our rights to enjoy senselessly violent video games by banning one of the most popular video games in the world, Minecraft. Here's the story.
Hello, Mr. Thompson. Many gamers say games such as Gears of War or Call of Duty are a perfect way to relieve stress. You say they should be banned. So what's the topic of your latest crusade?
I've started an organization known as Minecraft and Negative Influences Against Children, or Maniacs. Myself and other maniacs are trying to stop anybody under the age of 45 from using the sandbox game of Minecraft. We believe that the only people with brains mature enough to handle the huge amounts of gratuitous violence and bad behavior in the game is anybody over that age. In the game, you can use weapons such as the pickaxe, sword, and blasting powder to kill defenseless cows, chickens, zombies, and even endangered creepers.
Mr. Thompson, I've played Minecraft. I've never seen it as a way but for kids to just express their creativity and build things. What's wrong with that?
Because the game is teaching our children how to use a pickaxe. Oh sure, it starts with them just building things, but then it leads them to chopping their friends in half with a pickaxe. And the animals! The game that has killing of defenseless and helpless animals on every turn. Who's going to stop them from taking this out on the pets, their cats, their dogs, anything, when they turn the game off?
Well, that escalated quickly. Mr. Thompson, don't you think that's a bit of a leap?
Who's going to keep their children from seeing mature content? They have no force at home saying, stop what you're doing. The game takes away the morals that our children need to become healthy adults.
Well, thanks, Mr. Thompson. That's all the time we have. Next week, Mr. Thompson will describe to us the vicious animal cruelty in Angry Birds.
They're birds. They're virtual birds. They exist even though they don't. They have rights. We need to defend them.
Back to you, Chip.
Now it's time for a special segment called Nerd Word. It's hosted by James Page, who looks an awful lot like the guy from the last segment who's trying to ban Minecraft. But we assure you, this is just a coincidence. Now let's get geeky and freaky, people.
Hey Oilers, spring is here, and do you know what's in season? As always for spring, floral patterns are in. Bermuda shorts are hot, hot, hot this season, and I totally recommend getting a pair and work it. Blue stripes are also a top priority for your springtime wear. If you're one of ladies who likes to dress darker, leather, studs, and spikes are in. Even if you don't dress darker, leathers in all colors would work fabulously. For beach time wear, shirts with peekaboo sides are perfect, but be careful with wearing those at school. Shirts with big sweaters would also be perfect for those colder springtime days. Bright red, soft pink, and bold orange are all highly sought after lip colors this season. Make sure those big, bold, and beautiful eyes have winged eyeliner or all-around dark eyeliner. Luscious bottom lashes would pair perfectly with them. Blue or green eyeshadows also work for a beautiful springtime look this season. See-through bags and shoes are in too, but if you prefer heels, blocky heels are a must-have. Fringed bracelets and necklaces work perfect as an accessory for any outfit. Good luck, Oilers, and stay fabulous.
That was completely senseless, and now I feel so underdressed. Now some news about new opportunities being offered next year in the American Sign Language 4 class.
This is so exciting. With the popularity of ASL and with the success of the syllabi literacy, we are going to be able to expand our program. Hopefully the funding will hold out from the state. We're going to be able to start teaching Braille.
ASL 4 will now be offering other languages such as Esperanto, Klingon, Pig Latin, and now, paradoxically, Braille. With these new opportunities, the Sign Language Department is hoping to blaze a new trail in education. If the proper state funding can be allocated, there are also plans in the works to offer Morse code. Unfortunately, Latin classes remain unavailable as they have been deemed no longer relevant to students entering the realms of higher academia. Finally, we finish our show with Hall Talk, which is typically a nonsensical assortment of students making lame and often unintelligible comments on some random topic. I'm sure this segment will be no different.
Here at Huntington Beach High School, the safety of our students is the top priority. I'm here to tell you about a new construction project that's going to be taking place over the next couple weeks. In order to deal with the issue of students leaving early and without permission, the school is going to build a moat and a fence around the entire campus, just like that at Marina High School. Because the moat at Marina has been very successful in keeping students from leaving throughout the school day, other schools in the district are now beginning to consider this idea in order to increase daily attendance. Construction is expected to start over spring break and may continue through the school year. It's so that all students can be safe at our school.
Wow, there's a stretch of precious heartbeats you'll never get back. I, for one, could actually feel myself sliding ever nearer the black abyss of certain annihilation. And you know what? It felt pretty good. Lastly, the world may not have ended last December, but just as thankfully, this insipid mess of a show will be ending just moments from now. First, you'll have to sit through a bunch of ending credits showing the names of students who may or may not have actually contributed segments to this horrible show. Some of you braver viewers may want to wait and see if there's anything marginally entertaining or interesting to be found after that. Who knows? Anything's possible. I mean, I got into Chapman University's film program for making pedantic and silly videos just like this one, so who's laughing now? Good night or good morning or whatever, I just don't care.
Stop, stop, stop. Just stop the whole thing. Stop. I think it's time we pause for a moment and consider the depths of depravity this show has fallen to. Super Mega Ultra what? It was funny the first time, but nobody bloody saw it the first time. Then you tried it again last year and nobody liked it. The editor was even ridiculed by his classmates, and what does he do? He insists on giving it another go. That's just a recipe for failure, isn't it? Campus Update's a high school news show. How many students watching this even recognize the people in the episode? A retired and possibly senile ex-teacher? A deranged street vagrant with a mohawk? Nobody remembers H.B. Holler, and those who do don't bloody want to. Simmons ranting for 10 minutes in an obliquely borderline racist fashion? What is wrong with you people? The smattering of segments actually produced by students were obviously made by people who don't understand the concepts of satire, parody, spoof, or even the most rudimentary tenets of humor. I mean, they don't even have a clue that they aren't funny, and the segments are complete rubbish. They don't even make sense. And the nerdy guy talking about high fashion? Please! That's obviously something that I, the incomparable Blair Wonderpants, should have done. But no. And what's more, you bring back Chip Underwood and write an anchor script so verbose that any of its marginal comedic value goes right over the head of 9 of the 10 viewers you actually have. And on top of this, most of you didn't even remember that the funniest thing about the April Fool's episode was saying, "Back to you, Chip," with the bad editing.
Back to you, Chip.
Back to you, Chip.
Back to you, Chip.
It's just one unfunny inside joke. It's pathetic, just plain pathetic. You didn't even come out and say April Fool at the end of the end. I mean, seriously, I'm saddened. I'm deeply saddened. It's my personal recommendation that not only do you never do another Super Mega Ultra News, but that you never attempt humor of any kind ever again. You're not funny. The only thing funny about this show is me, and I'm not funny either. You suck, that's what I'm saying. And oh, by the way, smarty pants writing, smugness, nonchalance, and apathy are not funny. Are you laughing right now? I didn't think so. I bid you a fond farewell. Better luck next time, idiots. You might as well roll the end of the credits. It's bloody embarrassing.
Hey! Pronounce it however you want.